Hello everybody and welcome back to Magna Carta 2. In the last video we finally made it to Cota Mare, and after speaking to Nyx we have found a way to fix Judo's condition. And although it's going to be very high risk, we are definitely going to go through with it and see if we can't save Judo's life. So what we're going to need to do first is speak to the village chief. She's gonna let us in on a little bit of information pertaining to a strong monster that resides in the Undersea Tunnel around this time of year, because we need a strong comment for Judo. So the monster is named Joppa, and the Undersea Tunnel actually closes around this time of year because it is so dangerous. And apparently this monster is hundreds of years old, so its comment must be incredibly strong. And so we need Caitlin's permission in order to get into the tunnel, which she is going to help us with. We are going to need to wake the creature up first, because we don't want to surprise it. Apparently if we surprise it, it's going to make it more powerful, which we definitely do not want. Now, why they have an incense like this, I don't know, if they're so afraid of this creature, but for this particular instance, I'm glad that they have it. So we need to go and talk to Switten. She is a Mari girl, and we've talked to her before. She had given us one of the quests with Celestine's coming of age ceremony. And if you can't find her, she'll be marked with an exclamation point on the map anyways. And she's going to give us this incense. And with that, we can go into the Undersea Tunnel. Before you do so, however, it may be wise to check at the shop, because we have a whole array of new items. We have new weapons and new accessories for each of the characters. We have a fan for Zephie. We have an axe for Argo. These are really neat looking weapons. They're sort of hellish. It's kind of running with a theme. There's a fireball for Crocell. There is a bow for Celestine, and a katana for Rue, as well as a few accessories. Now, I'm broke, and the reason for that is because I had to purchase a couple of items that are going to help me in the upcoming battle. At the Common Merchant, what you can do is you can buy a poisoning defense comment. If you don't have anything to protect yourself against poison for this upcoming battle, then I strongly suggest either buying the comment and equipping it for 12,000, or speaking to the accessory merchant and buying the accessory, the Ring of Detoxification, for 10,000. You should have one ring of detoxification in your inventory. We got this ring very early on in the game. But if you don't have more than one accessory or a comment and you can afford it, I would strongly suggest it, because with this next battle, poison is going to be of the utmost importance to keep an eye on. And with that, we are now ready to go to the Undersea Tunnel. Now, when you get to the Undersea Tunnel, you will run into a save point. And good news, it looks like the problem that I've been having for the last couple of videos has actually sorted itself out, so that is wonderful. We are going to have all 3 party members for this upcoming battle, and hopefully for the rest of the game. I think because our party members split up in Cota Mare, that actually fixed the problem. The only problem now is that I only bought 2 accessories because I was thinking that I was only going to have 2 party members. Fortunately though, I have many antidotes in my inventory if I do get poisoned. Save at the pillar if you wish, and when you're ready, you'll want to come up to Joppa here, who is sleeping peacefully. You can actually take a really good look at the creature before you fight it. It's really neat looking. And then when you're ready to awaken it and fight, you'll want to put the incense down. Alright, so here we go. Joppa has 1 health bar. He's pretty tough, but I don't think he's nearly as tough as the last boss that we fought. He has the chance of poisoning you, of course, like I've mentioned, and he can also inflict frostbite on your character, so you'll want to be aware of that. An option is to use Celestine like I've done. She can heal if you don't want to use Zephie to heal, or Zephie can heal, especially if you do run into the issue of having the poison status effect on you. He has a couple of powerful moves, as you can see. His really strong move actually does quite a considerable amount of damage. So it's completely up to you what you want to do. I haven't really had any issues with battles. I haven't died in a while. I'm actually quite surprised that I did. So it may have been wise for me to include Zephie in my party, but he's already half dead. And I think that with a couple of successful chains, I'll be alright.
I'll play with you.
Other than that, I don't really have much to say about this boss. Your frontline fighters are in much bigger risk of getting damaged. Someone like Argo would be much bigger of a target than someone like Rue or Celestine, because he moves pretty slowly and they're both quick and will kind of stay behind on the sidelines.
Stay back. Don't overdo it.
Freeze! Huh? The Mare are never...
We have the command. Now, let's go back. Princess Rizafilda. What? I am sure that we will save Juto. Please don't worry. Rue. I used to believe that all that mattered was that you were safe. But there is more to it than that. Juto is a fool of a man. He failed to protect your heart along with the rest of you. So, I will keep it safe. To keep your heart from being hurt any further, I will save his life, even if it costs me my own. Rue. Thank you. Let's go, Princess Rizafilda.
So quite a lot has gone on there. We got some new equipment for Celestine, and we learned a co-op technique between Rue and Zephie that we can use in the future. And we got some really surprisingly deep words from Rue. Maybe she's not as much of an ice queen as we thought she was, because what she said is actually quite thoughtful, you know, coming from someone like her. So now what we're going to do is go back to Cota Mare and deliver the command. We've also sort of killed 2 birds with 1 stone. We've received that command, which is going to help hopefully save Judo, and we've also taken care of that monster for the Mare people. Okay, so Nyx has told us to meet him outside of town. So at this point, you'll have access to the pillar outside of Cota Mare, so if you didn't save at the Undersea Tunnel, or you'd like to save before continuing on, then I would strongly recommend it. The next part is going to be extremely time consuming. I'm probably going to have to break it up into a few different videos. And during this time, there's also going to be no opportunity to save, and I think it gives players a lot of difficulty. It's one of the more renowned parts of the game for its difficulty. I really love it. It's one of the best parts of the game in my opinion, so I'm pretty excited to start that. But what I would recommend doing is definitely saving, doing any kind of shopping, and any kind of preparing that you need to do ahead of time before you attempt this. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop, take a break, reevaluate my party, make sure that I am good to go, and in the next video we will speak to Nyx, and hopefully we will be well on our way to saving Judo. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.